Hey everybody, welcome to we changed our time for our Team Connect Zoom. We're gonna try it out and see how it goes for Sunday nights at 8 p.m. And if it's a no-go, we'll change it again. We're just gonna adjust and pivot to everyone's needs. As far as I know though, this is a pretty good time. So maybe it's just not in everyone's routine yet. But we're gonna press forward because I do have some stuff I wanted to share from Cecilia, so that's exciting. But yes, just, obviously the number one, thing to focus on for the month of August is the power to district manager, power to area manager deals that are going on. 3,500 for a consultant to become a district manager in 1 month. Holy cow. I have my list every day. I'm, reaching out to people. Who used to be a part of our team and seeing if this might ignite them to come back. And Cecilia also said to, throw the carrot out for the trip. So talk to people about both, because she said Deanna Herron, who's a 6-wide MVP in Arbonne, she had, she was on the fence about Arbonne, but she shared the story of telling her that a trip was launched. And that's when Deanna Herron decided to earn the trip, and she got in, based on that. So Cecilia said, talk about both, the trip and the power to district special. And then any district manager currently can power to area manager with 15,000 in 1 month. So that's like unheard of to become a district or an area manager in 1 month. So wow, this is huge. And then obviously we're all still eligible to earn the Arbonne incentive trip to Cancun with preferred client sales and promotions. So it's all going to help. So Cecilia also, it was a great reminder, because she's like, watch how you're talking to people, instead of, think about it as if your favorite store, which I love Nordstrom's, but say your favorite store, everything in the store was $1. You're not going to call a friend and say, hey Mia, I don't know if you have time, I'm not sure, but I just wanted to. No, you're gonna say, Mia, drop everything, because holy cow, I'm picking you up, going to Nordstrom's. You have to be there in person, but everything there in the store is $1. Like, come on, you know what I mean? So talk to people like that, with that kind of conviction and passion, and just see how raising your energy will help, attract others to just take a look. So anyway, I'm excited about those things. And I wanted to share, that just made me think of this. I've been reading this book, The Greatest Networkers in the World. It's my second time reading it. It's good. 21 ordinary people who became millionaires in network marketing, and the true stories of how they did it. Donna Johnson's featured in here. There might be another Arbonne person. But yes, this guy, John, said, he said, what were the values and skills that John had, or that he developed and practiced, that created such remarkable success? John's clear that the core of his success in network marketing came from his belief: people buy people. He says, your passion, posture, enthusiasm about what you're doing attracts and influences others. John thinks it was his sheer excitement that allowed him to sit down and talk to people. And even if they didn't really understand what he was doing, they wanted to do it too, because John was on fire. The other thing John credits his early success to was his use of tools. Your excitement grabs somebody's attention, then you let the tools do the persuading, meaning the presentation, meaning the script, meaning always have a paper in your hand that you're reading from, so people know that they can do it too. He talked to anybody and everybody. John knew most people thought he was crazy. Didn't matter. He was looking for the person who thought, what if he has something here? And I was just messaging with Mia too earlier, saying how, people come and go in this business. It's just part of it. Attrition is a real thing. And you hear, leaders at the top saying, bring more people in than people are leaving because there's just a revolving door sometimes. And I don't know why. It's just only obviously 1 or 2% make it to the top and stick. So I was talking about, again, a picture that Cecilia's shared many times when she speaks, and it was when she was a regional vice president, and she took 19 people, 19 teammates to GTC, which is huge. That's amazing. 19 people went to GTC, got to see the big vision, got to see the Arbonne culture, be part of it. Guess how many people from those 19 are still in her business? One. One of those 19 people, but guess who that one person is that stuck through the ups and downs, the good, the bad, the ugly, and just stuck it out and stayed consistent? That's Linda Parker, who's another amazing rock star. They said Linda Parker's organization is like as big as the country of Australia. I mean, she is just like a mega star in Arbonne. So guess what? It's okay that people come and go. It's okay that people, you know, stick their toe in and then decide it's not for them. It's okay. We're looking for that one, that Linda Parker, that, you know, those people who are going to be in the 1% of the company and stick it out because they see something more for us. So, what do you want to share what you have going on, Mia, or any wins or any thoughts?
Well, I mean, right now I have a lot of people that say they want to do the business, and we just haven't gotten it off the ground yet. So I'm kind of in that waiting period.
Yeah, and that's normal. That's normal. Yeah. And just to, so two things. One is we have that getting started video with Christy Moses and Kat Nicholson. So that's new. So just keep that in your back pocket to share with people. And again, some people are going to be all over it, and some people will be like, I don't know, they're going to dabble with Arbonne. So it's okay. Whatever people do, it's okay. We can't control that, but we can control the tools. The tools are, here's our getting started. Here's our checklist. I'm happy to set dates for launches. Here's the presentation. Here's our meetings. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we have control of. What they do with it, I don't know, but just feel good that you're at least using the tools and offering what you need to. Also, I was just going to suggest in that waiting period to host your own, because that's attractive. That's something that's been hitting me a lot, is just the leader shows the way, doesn't just talk about it. The leader shows the way. So there, have your own, do a live, do a, that again, that you've heard me say this over and over. I always did like Tuesdays with Tammy because I did it at my house, every week. I'm like, forget it. I can't like wait on people to decide. I'm just going to do it myself. And then invite people and invite team. And, sometimes I had personal people. Sometimes it was my team I was hosting. Sometimes it was both, which was really fun, but it was just that habit of Arbonne, the lifestyle of Arbonne. And, people knew that I was doing something, every week. So, that's nice too. So anyway, that's a little tidbit there.
I did just make a couple invites up for, did I send them to you, Carl? Carl's in the room now. Somebody decided to show up to the meeting. But I have a couple of dates that I picked out to do some healthy happy hour Zooms next week. Because now this week, since I was off all week, I'm slammed at work because I had to reschedule everybody. So I did schedule a couple dates to do things, because just sitting around waiting for everybody to get started is like, all right, so I'm on the same page with you there. Yeah.
And we're still going to do the 22nd.
Yeah, we can. The girls will be in Maui then, though, so it'll just be us.
That's okay. Yeah. And
so
if it's during our meeting time, we can still open up Zoom and people from the team can watch or join in or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll make up an invitation for that too. And we could do that. We could do that here at the house if we can't find another place to do it. I just have to sedate my dog.
Okay.
Okay.
What was I just gonna say? I just lost my thought. Anyway, I love being at your house. It'll be fun.
Okay, good.
And I'm excited. I wanted to, so where is this? A couple of things I just want to, again, include in our training tonight too. I just got the new success plan as of January 2021. So I've been looking through that. And, you know, again, with new people on the team, just wanted to stress how important. I like holding things. I know, you know, we're in a digital age, but I actually like to hold this and look at it and underline things. So this is just, you know, how to earn your, how a consultant earns money, how a consultant can earn their Achiever Award, how to promote to district manager, how to promote to area manager, how to promote to region, how to promote to nation, all of those things. And it also clearly shows that the way to maximize our earnings is to be 3 wide. So if you're a consultant, think about 3 business partners. If you're a district manager, think about promoting 3 other district managers. Area manager, 3. You know, just think of 3, 3, 3. Because the way our compensation plan works is we get paid 3 deep when we are 3 wide. Until you get to nation, then you can get paid 6 deep when you're 6 wide. But up to nation, the way to maximize our compensation plan and get paid the most is to be 3 wide. So 3 legs, if that makes sense.
Right.
You have 3 business builders direct to you. So if that's not where you are, that's a good goal. So right now, for me, I have 2 area managers working on my 3rd, which I think is going to be Mia.
I sure hope so.
So that's exciting. That's very exciting. And then I also wanted to just make this part of our team calls is to feature a product. And I've been learning a lot about this one. Can you see it? Let's see. The inner calm adaptogenic de-stress powder. It's part of the super calm skincare line, which is so cool that we have a nutrition product that goes with our skincare, because that's our thing, right? Mind, body, skin. It's all connected. And so I learned from Dr. Tanda Cook that the ashwagandha root that is featured in this product helps to reduce cortisol in the body and helps us adapt to stressors, which is all good. And here's the tip on this. You cannot lose weight with high cortisol levels. Like your body's just going to hold on to weight because you're in fight or flight, and it's preserving, you know, you for getting eaten by a lion or whatever. So, or running from a lion. So this helps reduce cortisol levels. So there's that. The other key ingredient in this little handy dandy powder, which I've been in a habit of drinking, and I swear it just relaxes me. I've been sleeping better. I've been dreaming like crazy, which I don't usually dream, but when I drink this, I tend to dream. It's wild. But the other key ingredient besides ashwagandha root is saffron. And so I looked up saffron today, and it's so cool. Oh my goodness. So saffron, all I knew about that was it was red and it's very expensive. It's like the most expensive herb. But here's why. So saffron is a powerful antioxidant. It may improve mood and treat depressive symptoms. It's also nicknamed the sunshine spice. It may have cancer-fighting properties because it's an antioxidant. It may reduce PMS symptoms. How about that, ladies? It helps with the hormones. It may act as an aphrodisiac. Thank you, Arbonne. Okay. It helps boost libido. And here's the deal for men taking 30 milligrams of saffron daily, which this little one scoop of this is actually 28 milligrams.
Wow.
So taking 30 milligrams of saffron daily over 4 weeks for men significantly improved erectile function over a placebo.
Awesome.
And for women, 30 milligrams of saffron daily over 4 weeks increased sexual desire and lubrication compared to a placebo. So, oh my goodness, Arbonne, I didn't know this. Saffron also may reduce appetite and aid in weight loss. It may reduce heart disease risk factors. It may lower blood sugar levels. It may improve eyesight. Thank you. We need that too. It may improve memory in adults. So how about that? It just made me.
I didn't realize all that.
I know. This is like a little power packed happy drink.
I have the pink lemonade one in my cabinet. I never drink it.
Really? I'm on my second one of those and it's delicious. That's this one. I already peeled off the label. Yeah, this one's it's really good. I just drink it at night, but you can drink it any time of day. So
right, it's not to make you drowsy. Right?
No, it doesn't make me drowsy, but it just, I don't know. I do feel like more relaxed, I guess.
Yeah.
So there you go. Isn't that exciting? I thought that was,
where did you get all that info from?
Oh, I just looked up saffron. The benefits of saffron. I knew ashwagandha helped with, stress, adapt to stress and stuff and help reduce cortisol because I heard that from Tanda Cook. But then I looked up saffron and I'm like, holy cow. I love how Arbonne always undersells and over delivers because this has sat on my shelf too for a while before I even started using it. And I didn't know why. But now I'm digging into it. I'm like, this is a powerhouse. I need to talk about this. Yeah. I'm going to do some stories on this and, get it out there.
Oh, good.
Start doing some more like stories on products besides fizz, because all I talk about is fizz. I'm like, Tammy, get it together. I got to talk about other things.
I do feel like that. Like, I just reached out. I've reached out a few times to this guy I know, Kurt. He's like a big fitness guy. Him and his girlfriend are always traveling and yada, yada. I send him stuff all the time. And whenever I comment on any of his posts, he responds. But if I send him something Arbonne, he doesn't respond. So he responded to me and I said, oh, that's nice. You responded to that. I said, after you just ghosted me, I know I sent you all that Arbonne stuff. And he just said, LOL, just not for me. And I'm like, but it is for you. But I think, well, maybe what does he see? Does he just see skincare, fizzes, lipstick? Like, we need to start talking about more of the other things that, the sports nutrition.
Erectile function.
There you go. Yeah, Carlson, I don't think he has that problem. Yeah, he's young. I don't think he has that problem. But you never know.
All men are interested in that subject, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's funny. I love it. No, it's true. It's true. I've thought about that too. I need to be more versatile in what I'm talking about.
Right.
And even just, have Carl get on and talk about what he likes.
Right.
Because I know people respond, oh my goodness, to my Carl talking about, because he's Mr. And he's like, everyone needs a probiotic. And, it's cute. He always gets a lot of engagement.
Yeah. I almost think, and I told Carl this, I think guys get more engagement than we do. I don't know. Maybe not. Because I think women respond to men. They're like, oh, look how cute. Even when Carl came on the call the other night, everybody's calling him Mr. Mia. I didn't even know who they were talking about at first. And it's just funny, but hey, whatever works.
I love it. We need more men. I know. Where's Eli? Call him out.
I know, right?
I love it. So this is a leadership training from Cecilia, and I just thought it was so good. And we'll focus on, just leadership principles and stuff. I think that would be good for this call too. And people coming in, because it's such a different mindset to go from being an employee to your own boss. You know what I mean? And the cool thing is, if you want more, it's up to you. You know what I mean? Whereas in a job, it didn't matter. It didn't matter how hard I worked. It didn't increase my pay for that night of work. You know what I mean? You get paid the same, whether you're running around like crazy or, the lady next to you keeps going out for smoke breaks. We're getting paid the same. And it drove me crazy. So this is like an effort-based business. So I do love that. But the mindset piece, it's like, woo, sometimes this business can play tricks on your mind. And you need to have that mind strength to overcome and to just have a bigger vision. So Cecilia talked about focus on the comeback, not the setback. This business is about coming back one more time than you were set back, which is so true. The past does not define us. We sponsor ourselves all over again each day in this business. You do not define your worth by your numbers. You define your worth by your work. And I love that, because I think we do all get attached to those numbers, instead of patting ourselves on the back for doing the work. What am I going to do? Can I do an hour of reach outs a day? Okay, then I'm going to be really proud of myself when I do that work. And that's my worth. And how much are we willing to work? How much work are we willing to put in to creating a legacy, a business that's going to create a legacy for us? So often in this business, it's so true, we have short vision. We focus on the one person who isn't responding, or we focus on the week we had instead of focusing on the long-term benefits of this business. They always say we overestimate what we can do in a year and underestimate what we can, make in 5 years. So are you a leader or a follower? And this is all from John Maxwell, Leadership Principles. Are we dealing with a temporary situation, or are we focusing on the ultimate solution? So 5 ways leaders are differentiated from followers. Number 1, followers see the here and now and get distracted, focus on the problems. Leaders see the ultimate goals and potential. I remember this made me think of a few years back when the last time I moved, 5 years ago. I was in a small town. There was another RVP in town of 1,300. So it's like everyone knows everyone, and everyone knew of Arbonne from Stephanie, who also drove a white Mercedes. So it's like, I came to town. They're like, oh, you do Arbonne too? Do you know Stephanie? And I'm like, wow, okay, I gotta like figure this out, try to make my own connections. And how do you grow a business in such a small town, where everyone knows Arbonne as Stephanie? And we became like super good friends, did stuff all the time together. It was awesome. But initially I was like, ooh, I gotta, boost my own business. And so I set a goal for 100 parties in 6 months, and 100 parties meaning at least 3 people. So you plus 2, I would ask a host to get 2 friends, so at least 3 people for 100 parties in 6 months. And it was crazy. I think it actually took me 7 months to do 100, but I was hustling, and it was like, I had star stickers so I could put a star, and I wrote down all the people there. I had very good tracking of every event that I did, and I was driving a lot. I was Zooming a lot. I was just doing whatever I could to make this happen. And guess what happened after 100 parties? My business went backwards. I actually was earning less. I had less team. And it was super, like, honestly, I was like, wow, okay, this is interesting. But I just knew, and I've heard this so many times, that, the Arbonne story is enough. We just have to talk to the people. We have to find the people. So I kept going. Um, ended up uh, losing my region because I just had a lot of team turnover. But hustled, I kept steady doing events. And like 8 months after I lost the region, we were in title maintenance. You'll learn about that if you're new. But 8 months later, we had our region back and we were stronger than ever. And that's when Sherry came on board. That's when Shuey came on board. A lot of people came on board because I just stayed steady. But it's interesting, right? Because it's like, and Cecilia talked about that too, how she was so consistent for 3 years and her income never changed. And this was when she was a region. I think she was a regional vice president for 5 years before she promoted to nation. And she said for 3 of those years, her paycheck never changed. And she was very, very, very consistent. But I look at that time as just, honing the skills. I got really good at presentations. I wasn't nervous. I was good at like going to new situations and figuring out how to put the presentation on their home TV screen and stuff. You know what I mean? I just got more comfortable in what I was doing. And so I just knew in my heart the commitment would pay off, and it sure has. It's amazing. It's amazing how there's plateau, there's ups, downs, there's plateaus in this business, but that's like any business. And just knowing, just having that long vision, that big vision that, everything we do will pay off. So I'm grateful that I never like took a long break. I'm glad I stayed consistent, even if it was a plateau. Number 2, and actually in that small town, I ended up finding leaders on my team because Tara, Sherry, Eli, Lynn, Wolf came from that town. So it's crazy. We have, great leaders who came from that small town. Number 2, followers are driven by the atmosphere of today, and leaders are driven by their vision for tomorrow. Are you consumed with those who are not working? Or are you setting your eyes on the leaders who have businesses that you want, knowing that's where you're heading? I love, if you ever need, and I'm so glad Amy Bellinger shared this with me, the Debbie Neal podcast. And that's what I just Googled it, Debbie Neal podcast, and it pops up. And I tell you what, they're short, they're like, 15 to 25 minutes long, but it's such a great shot in the arm of just a boost, a mindset boost. So I was listening to the mindset one today, and it was great. It's just so good. So again, just instead of focusing on what's not working, just staying plugged into these leaders that it has worked for and expanding your vision. Number 3, followers have a limited perspective on their abilities. I can't do this. I'm embarrassed to say this. I don't know who to talk to. Leaders surround themselves with those who are better than them. So are you accountable to anyone? Is there anyone who you've given permission to call you out when you're shortchanging your potential? I love that. I love how, just calling us out, because we all have limited beliefs, but I know that, or self-limiting beliefs, I should say, saying I'm not good enough, I'm not, whatever, an exercise expert, you know what I mean? All of that you see on social media, we tend to compare, but here's the deal that I know about beliefs. Beliefs are just repeated thought patterns. So we can change our beliefs, and it takes effort. It's like a muscle. You just have to repeat it. And it's not to say you don't have limiting beliefs. You can have them, just acknowledge them. Like, okay, that's my initial belief, because they say your initial belief is based on like your childhood and, stuff like from forever ago. But you, as an adult now, have the ability to recognize that, that's not serving me, and that's not even true. So I'm choosing to believe otherwise. You know what I mean? I'm choosing to believe bigger for my life. So I love that. Beliefs are just repeated thought patterns. Number 4, followers can be diverted by today's losses. Will today's losses distract you from your why? Leaders stay focused on their goal no matter what. I heard that in Debbie Neal's podcast today too, the acronym WIT, whatever it takes. And I love that. I'm like, yes, leaders have that whatever it takes attitude. Because again, I've had lots of, presentations where I invited people and then nobody came or whatever. So I would still use that time to reach out, and say, I'm still going to make something good out of this evening. I'm going to make something, happen out of this evening, whatever it takes, no stoppers. Number 5, the key word for followers is immediate. And the key word for leaders is ultimate. I like that too. Followers think because they did a party, they should have sales. Leaders know people ghost you, people quit. There are dud parties, but they stay focused on their ultimate goal. And so then a few other thoughts that Cecilia shared with us was, your thoughts determine your character. And again, we can change our thoughts. Thoughts or beliefs are just repeated thought pattern. Be careful of your thoughts. They may break into words at any time. Don't waste your thoughts on those who don't hunger for them. So again, that's good advice. It's like, okay, some people will, some people won't, just keep moving. The first person you lead is you, and the first organ you master is your mind. And then don't let your mind drift away from the truth. Stay confident that your vision will come to pass. And again, that just made me think of driving. I used to drive, once or twice a month to a hair salon 2 hours away from me to help, I was helping launch my friend's Arbonne business within her hair salon. So I would hang out all day. I had like a makeup display case. And, as people got their hair done, they would, then come over and check out the makeup. We signed up lots of people as PCs. I went around, we did hand scrubs. I had the hand lotion. I'd go around, if I didn't have anybody to talk to, I just went around and put hand lotion on people and just said hi and told them to stop over at the Arbonne corner. So anyway, I did that lots of times. And eventually that person, I drove over, she goes, today, instead of coming to the salon, I want you to come to my friend's house. And I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't what I thought. All right. So we went. It's a presentation for a whole nother company. They were selling shakes and whatever. Anyway, it wasn't anything I was interested in. But I'm like, darn it, all this time, all of these miles, I'm going over to help her with Arbonne, and it's okay. She decided to go with another company. But I remember driving home in my 1998 white Grand Am thinking someday this is going to be a white Mercedes and I'm just going to keep going. So yeah, stay confident that your vision will come to pass. Discipline your thoughts to remain steadfast in what you know is right. And that's so true. There is, they say that if your desire is strong, the discipline will automatically show up, the discipline for your thoughts and the discipline for your actions. So it really does come back to our why and having a big vision for our life. And then that discipline will show up automatically. So that's what I have for you. I hope that was helpful. Was that something that you needed to hear, Mia?
Yes, it was. And a lot of that stuff, I've been listening to, I've been taking a lot of walks and I listen to my audibles, and I've been listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza again.
Love him.
He talks a lot about that, like changing your mind. And, we wake up every day with the same exact thought. Like I know I have the same exact thought every morning that I wake up, and I have to switch that. There's a lot of habits that you have to switch to change your mind. So yeah, I did need that. But yeah, there's times where you just really get like, it's just frustrating. But I've already quit one time before and I'm not going to quit again. So I'll always pick myself back up,
I have my moments with Carol sometimes. Like, Carol, I am just not comfortable right now. I'm so uncomfortable. And I just, but I know that if it's meant to be, it's up to me. And but that's where I'm at right now, is I'm just not comfortable staying here, But that's a good thing. It is. Discomfort is a good thing and good to recognize. Like, I don't like where I am right now, but the good news is I have the ability to change it. In Carl's work, he's kind of at the mercy of getting booked, or you know what I mean? He's at the mercy of someone else deciding what his pay is or how often he can work. Whereas for us, I mean, wow, that's pretty cool that we can, fit this around our life and just do what we can. But it is a discipline. It is a discipline, and consistency compounds all of that. So that's what I have. Oh, I wanted to, what book were we going to do this month? We can do it this month and next month too, whichever. But so I had one, there's a Marianne Williamson one on sponsoring, or I know we talked about the 4-year career, or there's Dream Work to Win, which that's a good one too.
You know what I've never read either, and everybody talks about all the time, is The Slight Edge.
The Slight Edge is so good. Do you want to do that? That's a good one for beginners too.
Yeah, I keep hearing people talk about it, and I can't believe I've never read it, or maybe I did before, but I know I don't have it. So
okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind reading that.
Okay, let's do The Slight Edge, and we'll draw from that for next week.
Okay.
And then we'll see, do you want to do a product? Feature a product, or maybe Carl would?
For what? For our page or what?
Just to share on our team call.
Oh, okay. For next week? Mm-hmm. Okay. Carl, we'll talk about a product that we like next week for the team.
Yeah, that'd be great to hear from you guys.
Okay. We'll work on that. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. All right. So what are you have tomorrow off?
I'm going in the morning. Yeah, I have tomorrow off though for the rest of the day. Yeah.
Okay. So then you can set up your week tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm still messaging people to get on this 3,500 thing. So I think it's so exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
And remember to talk to nurses, because nurses are in a, tough spot right now.
I know it, right?
Yeah.
I did make a post about that yesterday. I think Carl liked it. About people's jobs and how vulnerable they are right now, It's crazy.
Yeah, we do. We need to speak with conviction, because we have something here.
Mm-hmm. We do.
All right, I'm pulling out The Slight Edge.
All right, good.
Good one.
I'm gonna get on Amazon and get me a copy.
All right, cool.
All right, honey. Thank you so much.
Right. Yes, thanks for jumping on. Okay, love you guys.
All right. Love you too. Bye-bye.